Okay, daily routines. Daily routines, your most days start at 5 p.m. and they end around 9 or 10 p.m. You will always have your RDC there, which is your recruit command division commander, which is like your chief or petty officer or a couple petty officers. You're always going to have an RDC there all day. So just if you think you're not going to see him at one point, no, it's all day. They're going to be there. If you have assessment on that day, you might wake up earlier, like at 4 o'clock in the morning, do your assessment, get stuff done, then go to lunch, or vice versa. Normally when you go to sleep, they put on some red lights, kind of like those infrared light thingies, I don't know what they're called, but it's like red light, so you're gonna sleep with, there's gonna be a light on, but it's not the bright light, it's red light. So that's at 9 or 10 p.m. depending on what time. During your day, you're going to go to classrooms, study. You're either going to have lectures and learn about everything in the Navy, or you're going to have tests and quiz, or you're going to be on computers, or you're going to be reading, whatever the case. Every day is a different thing. Or you're going to have drill. There are days that you're going to have drill. Let's see. If you're in a classroom, it is so important. One thing that everybody hates, because trust me, you're going to have a lot of broken sleep. I haven't gotten to the juicy part yet. You're going to have a lot of sleep, or very little sleep, and you think, oh, well, we go to bed at 9 or 10 and then wake up at 4 or 5 the next morning. That's enough time to sleep. No, it's not, because you're actually going to have a lot of broken sleep, and I'll get to that in just a second, or in my next video, whatever, when I edit these. Since you're going to have so much broken sleep, you will be tempted to, when you go to a classroom or where there's a lecture going on, to fall asleep. Do not do it, because you will be in big trouble. One of two things can happen, or both things can happen. One, they'll make you stand up to make sure you don't fall asleep, and people have been known to fall asleep standing up because you're so tired. And it gets worse as the time progresses. That's one. You're going to be tired as heck. And as to stand up, or two, you will be reported to the person who's lecturing you, the petty officer or whoever is in charge, will tell your chief, who will not only chew you out, but then say, hey, you have to do an hour or 2 hours of exercise, and that sucks. And that happened to one of my shipmates. She was sitting next to me, and I kept, like poking her, like, come on, wake up, trying to be quiet because we're not supposed to talk. And she kept going in and out, and they saw her, and let's just say she got a lot of exercise that day that she did. And then not only that, she got chewed out big time, or so I've heard, or I think she told me later, I can't remember. So you might want to go like that to your neighbor, and I'm sure, trust me, you become a family there, whether you know this person or not. Somehow, maybe not at the beginning, but towards the end, well, trust me, you're going to be a family. You'll all be depending on each other, and hey, let's do this together, let's do that together. So it gets better as time progresses. You're not going to use cell phones, at least we didn't. I don't think the Navy, I've heard that the Army may do that, but I'm not 100% sure. There's no music. The only thing as far as music as you're going to get is cadence when you're marching and they have the person singing. That's the only music you're going to hear for a while, unless your RDCs are nicer. then maybe you'll probably get music. We finally got music about, I think it was a month and something later, and to us it was like, oh, you know, like that moment, like, oh my god, you know, we finally hear music, and that was like a big deal to us. So you're deprived of a lot of things for those 2 months. So yeah, if you're like hooked on your cell phone, you might as well get rid of that, because it's not gonna happen.